Okay, everybody, Gator here again. Very excited today to be bringing you to a very cool, very special place called Nottingham County Park, and it contains a very rare habitat for not only Pennsylvania but all of the United States, called a serpentine barren. I remember first hearing about this place years ago, and I'm thinking to myself, what the heck is a serpentine barren? What the heck is a serpentine barren? Serpentine barren. The story about the serpentine, it's a very rare rock type, and it contains some very toxic properties, and so it creates these like savanna-like barrens. What they call them, barrens, and it creates a very unique micro landscape. And we are in what is considered to be the largest and most well-preserved one in not only Pennsylvania, but arguably in the whole eastern United States. So really exciting, looking forward to it, and let's see what we see. Let's go for another adventure. All right, we're entering onto a trail now called the Buck Run Trail. It runs for about 2 3/4 miles, and it starts off in your typical southeastern Pennsylvania woodland landscape, and this should lead us to the main serpentine area, the main prairie area, savanna, prairie, however you want to call it. All right, well, I want to show you some of this rock that's popping up along the trail, because I think most likely this is probably an example of the actual serpentine rock where it is exposed to the actual ground surface level. Your common tree species in this area are going to be your pitch pine, your red cedar, and your scrub oak, which is a hardy oak that can grow in less than optimal conditions, often found on mountaintops and areas of high wind, or where there are poor soil conditions, which you have here. These look like some old ruins from the 70s or from the 50s. Well, we're now beginning to approach some of the true savanna-like areas of the park, prairie-type landscapes. You can see the tall prairie grass that is making up more of the understory. There's more of an open feel, and this place has international significance in that there are a couple of species of plants that grow here and actually nowhere else in the world. It's just hard to believe that we're in Pennsylvania, let alone, 30-40 miles outside of the city of Philadelphia limits, when you have a landscape like this. It's really breathtaking and so peaceful out here. You just can't find a landscape like this anywhere else for hundreds of miles around, I don't think. This is truly a very special place. Well, I can see why this place was named as a national natural landmark. I feel like I'm a cowboy. I feel like I'm in that game Red Dead Redemption, and I'm traveling through the prairie, through like Wyoming or something. The only thing I'm missing is a horse. But I'm just loving this place. I gotta give this is pretty close to a 10, and I'm gonna definitely have to come and check this place out again in the springtime or early summer when everything's in bloom and there's more life to everything. But I've hardly come across anybody on the trail, and I just can't say enough about this place. It really is. I'm so glad I came out here, and I would certainly recommend it to anyone to check this place out. It's just so unique. So, good stuff. I mean, I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but just look at this wide open terrain out in this direction. It's just amazing. It's beautiful. We're coming down the hillside now into a little bit of a valley, and you can see these pitch pines surrounding us, and the blue sky above. Oh, what a lovely day. What a beautiful place. Okay, so we're now walking along the Doe Trail, as it's called. We started on the Bucktail Trail at Lake McPherson, the fishing area, and we made basically a large loop through the park. We're now beginning to loop back towards the main park area, which has a picnic area, pavilions, and a fitness trail, a short like little nature trail, and also a demonstration area where they show you how they manage this park and how they keep it in its natural state. And just wanted to show you what it looks like here now that we're on the Doe Trail. We're coming up to a memorial. Let's see what it says. It says, dedicated to the veterans of World War II by Post 1779, Veterans of Foreign War. Dedicated in 1995. Yep. The old Stars and Stripes. All right, so some of my final thoughts on Nottingham County Park here, the Nottingham Serpentine Barrens, is that it's a very unique place. You're not going to find anything like this pretty much anywhere else. There's a couple other spots. One's called Goat Hill, one's called the Chrome Barrens, but they're not as large and as expansive as what we have seen here today. So for its pure ecological significance, I highly recommend. The trails are not very well marked. You should definitely carry a map, but I have to give it a solid 9 easily. I'd like to see it in the springtime or the summer, as I said before, to see how it looks a little different maybe. But really cool place, and I'm glad I stopped to check it out. Well, looks like that's about it for today, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Gator out.